Hello and welcome to this week's video, which is what I eat in a week as a vegan. I started filming this on a Thursday, which is a little weird, but who says everything has to start on a Monday? I made oatmeal for breakfast, which you will see as a reoccurring theme throughout this video. I guess I kind of meal prep my breakfasts because I usually make 2 cups of oats and then save it in the fridge to eat over a few days. I added goji berries, raisins, frozen blueberries, walnuts, and cinnamon. I topped it with some fresh plums from our tree, a banana, and coconut flakes. I also try to drink a big jar of water every morning because you gotta stay hydrated. As a snack, I had some frozen grapes, which are highly underrated and actually really good. For lunch, my dad got me some sushi, so thanks Dad for getting that. And I also had another banana with walnuts on top. As another snack, I had some cashews and a dried persimmon. And then I made some mango sorbet by blending a bunch of frozen mango, which was probably about 4 cups, 1 cup of almond milk, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and a dash of vanilla extract. The consistency was so creamy and delicious and is honestly better than most sorbets you can buy. For dinner, I baked some tofu with cumin and curry powder. And while that was in the oven, I prepared a salad with cucumber, pepper, lettuce, nutritional yeast, hemp seed, and avocado. Of course, Crouton, my guinea pig, was asking very politely if we had any extra food, so I gave her a little snack. My mom made some sort of eggplant tomato sauce concoction that turned out really well, which I also added to my salad along with some tofu. For dessert, I had a bowl of the mango sorbet with fresh mango on top. On Friday, I started my day with a smoothie bowl that had spinach, frozen cauliflower, banana, a date, frozen blueberries, flaxseed, hemp seed, and acai. I still haven't mastered the art of smoothie bowls because they usually turn out kind of grainy, but it was still good. I topped it with the other half of the banana I blended, fresh mango, pumpkin seeds, coconut flakes, and a mixture of hemp, flax, chia, and date sugar that you will see a lot in this video. For lunch, I just had a bowl of leftovers from the night before with nutritional yeast on top and a peach I forgot to film. I got bored in the afternoon, so when I found a very ripe banana, I knew what I had to do. I mushed it up with some oat flour, added raisins, goji berries, and cinnamon, and formed it into cookies that I baked at 350 for about 20 minutes. I had a few of these as a snack, and then for dinner I had another salad bowl with corn, cucumber, leftovers, tofu, hemp seed, flaxseed, and nutritional yeast. We also had some more sushi, which was heavenly, and for dessert I had 2 more of the cookies I made earlier. For Saturday's breakfast, I had more oatmeal that I added some extra acai to, and cut up a few plums to top it with. I packed it to go because we were heading into San Francisco for the day and took a mini hike up to the top of a lookout point and had a bunch of random snacks for lunch. Later on, I had a dried persimmon and some frozen grapes as a snack, as well as a handful of cashews. Then I attempted to make jam with a bunch of plums that we had picked from our tree, and I was going to follow a recipe, but as usual, ended up ditching that plan and just boiled the chunks with a little bit of water until it reached the right consistency. For dinner, I had another bowl with the usual toppings and some beans, and for dessert I combined some homemade jam with homemade sorbet to have a whole homemade vibe going on, plus a dried persimmon and a date with peanut butter and walnuts. On Sunday, I had oatmeal for breakfast again with a scoop of jam, and of course had to share some banana with crouton. For lunch, I ate some lentils that my dad made and added some beans, arugula, nutritional yeast, pumpkin seeds, and raisins. I snacked on cherries and a piece of chocolate and some mixed nuts with grapes. For dinner, I cut up a regular sweet potato and some purple sweet potatoes and microwaved them for 5 minutes to give them a head start. I seasoned them with olive oil, this fancy garlic salt that sounds kind of gross but is actually really good, and some rosemary. I popped them in the oven for about 30 minutes until they were soft and cooked. My mom also made some regular potatoes that were just as delicious, and I combined everything in a bowl with the usual salad additions. For dessert, I was lucky enough to have a bowl of berries. For breakfast on Monday, I had, you guessed it, oatmeal. You're starting to see a pattern here, huh? Yes, I do eat oatmeal with a mini fork, but it just adds to the ambiance. For lunch, I went downtown with some friends and got a sushi burrito, which is basically a ginormous sushi roll wrapped in nori. I snacked on a few dried persimmons, and for dinner made this edamame pasta by adding hot water and letting it sit for 5 minutes. Real classy, I know. I smeared a bunch of vegan pesto on it and called it done. As usual, adding some of this to a bowl with other random leftovers was my dinner, with mango, grapes, and a date with walnuts for dessert. Okay, deja vu again. I had oatmeal for breakfast on Tuesday, along with a nice chunk of this marzipan chocolate that had really aesthetic packaging, but was kind of a ripoff because there was about a cubic millimeter of marzipan for every cubic inch of chocolate. But I'm not complaining because it's still chocolate. I had a pretty late breakfast, so I wasn't in the mood for a big lunch, but I did have a peanut butter and jelly pear. You may be thinking, that sounds disgusting, but it was actually really good, and it's very fun to say peanut butter and jelly pear, so I suggest you try it. I also had way more cherries than are shown in this bowl, and for dinner we got takeout from one of my favorite local restaurants. This is a bowl with different grains, sweet potato, onions, peas, mushrooms, avocado, and a bunch of delicious spices. I combined everything in a salad and had a few more generous helpings of everything. I had some more berries for dessert, along with a dried persimmon, grapes, and a date with peanut butter and walnuts. This brings us to the last day of this video, but not the last bowl of oatmeal to be seen on my channel. I had a hunk of chocolate with freeze-dried strawberries on top, which accidentally melted into my oatmeal, but guys, chocolate oatmeal is even better than normal oatmeal. For lunch, I had a bowl with a bunch of different leftovers in it, plus a peach that was surprisingly good at spinning around. This is what I had for dinner, with corn and asparagus making an appearance in an otherwise familiar dish. We cut up a watermelon for dessert, and that concludes this pretty repetitive, but nevertheless delicious and nourishing documentation of everything I ate in an entire week. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked it, or if you didn't like it, because it'll still help out my channel. And also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in the next one.